Hey everybody, what's up? It's Tipping the Scales. I know you missed us. I'm Shea Dawson.
I'm Tamia Rivers. We miss you guys so much.
I kind of feel like it's the first episode again, just because we've taken a break. But oh my goodness, we're back.
Yeah, life has been super crazy. So many things going on around the holidays and now at the start of the new year. So we're just so excited to be back with you guys, and we wanna get back to talking to you. We miss you.
Oh my God. And then T was giving me a compliment on my skin, and we were just talking about that black girl magic, you know.
Yeah, her skin it looks very good today. I don't know, it's glowing. Is that you trying to tell me something or no? Not really.
Definitely not. We did not manifest that in 2022.
Okay. Look, I
But
want these
also,
problems.
if you can't see T, she's got these popping red lips, curls is popping. So it is a great day. Great day. So T,
Yeah.
we are going to really go deep today. We haven't
Yeah.
gone deep in a while, right?
I know. No filter, no guests, just you and I
Yeah,
having a very intimate conversation.
getting back to us and what we do.
Yeah, back to the basics, right?
Yeah. So Happy New Year, you guys. We haven't talked to you since the new year.
Yeah.
And I know T and I were just on the phone. We were talking about like the new year. What have we set forth for ourselves? What kind of things have we been talking about?
Yeah.
And I don't do resolutions anymore.
Me
I kind of just do
either.
goals. Yeah.
It never happened. So yeah, establishing goals for yourself and
Yeah.
what objectives and priorities do you have for 2022?
Yeah. And lifestyle changes, right? Like how can I make small changes to my everyday routine that compound over time?
Yeah.
I'm reading this book right now called Atomic Habits by James Clear.
You told me about it. How far are you in?
I'm on like page 30 in the 30s.
Okay.
So just starting, but it's such a powerful story when he starts. He starts by talking about how he was in college and he got hit in the face with a baseball.
Ouch.
Or sorry, with a bat, a baseball bat.
My, it's even worse.
Yeah. And so he was in the hospital and he had to go through all of this surgery. So he had to relearn a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
And now going through that process, he really took the time to think about each step, right? Like you take for granted just taking one step. But when you have to relearn and think and like really, really rev your engine of, you know, the energy that expends just to take one step, especially when you're injured and coming back from an injury and how you have to change, you realize like, wow, like, yeah, over time. So he just kept doing small little things. And then over time he got better. And then he got even better at just being on time, remembering things, like just stuff like that. So that's kind of things that I'm looking for in the new year because I need to get back into my routine coming out of the lockdown.
Yeah, I agree. And for our episode today, we just kind of wanted to kind of go back to the things that we said we were going to kind of prioritize in our lives for 2022. Like Shay said, like I don't really do the whole resolution thing either, but we have talked about certain goals that we want to accomplish this year. And oftentimes you have these, what I call these BHAG goals, these big, hairy, aggressive goals. And,
I love that.
Couple weeks in, you're like, it's so easy to revert back and kind of fall off track. So this is the opportunity to kind of reset and kind of re-engage on those things that we talked about before. So Shay, let's start there. I think there's a lot to unpack there. So what is one of the things that you said you wanted to do in the new year? Look, I remember them all for you, just in case you need a reminder. but what's one of the things that you said you wanted to do? And let's talk about the things that you're doing to make sure that you are headed in that direction.
Okay, well, I actually have been doing a good job of following up on those things that you asked me about before the new year started. So I've been getting 8 hours of sleep.
Oh,
and
nice.
It has been life-changing. So my mom got me an Apple Watch.
Yay. Shout out to mom. Mom did
right?
This. Hey, mom.
So part of that was me speaking that into existence and telling people so they would hold me accountable. And then that's when my mom said, okay, I'm buying you an Apple Watch because that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So now I set my sleep timer on my phone and it shuts down my device and my phone, which is really nice. It's a reminder. So that's
Yeah,
one thing.
I love that. Let's talk about that because there are
Okay.
so many people, including myself, that suffer from insomnia and sleep is everything. Like, so
Yeah.
for those of you who are looking to lose weight, you can't lose weight if you're not getting sleep. You can't make sound decisions if you're not getting sleep. You can't look your best if you're not getting sleep. So there sleep
Amen.
is, I think we can all say how essential sleep is. So you
Yes.
got your Apple Watch, you're being very purposeful about setting whatever time it is and go to bed at that specific time. So,
Right.
what time are you going to bed and what type of preparation are you doing ahead of time?
So I'm doing a 12:15 bedtime because I can't commit to 10. Like there's just so much still going on at
Wait,
work,
I'm sorry,
especially.
12:15 a.m. bedtime?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're a little
Yeah.
late person, huh?
Yeah, I am so I one of the things about changing habits is like you can't go too drastic, right? I was the
Yep.
type of person to stay up at 2 a.m. till 2 a.m.
Oh, wow. So
So
this is a
going to
big
bed for
difference
me
for
at
you.
12 a.m. is it's a way to just kind of get into a routine. And
Yeah,
once I get into a better routine, I can probably go to bed earlier. So that's my way of just doing small adjustment.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so I'm doing 12:15, waking up. My alarm's for like 8:20
Oh, good.
around that time. And so what I have to do is I put my phone or my watch far away from me where I have to get up and turn it off. And then that's how I get up. And then I still haven't been able to work out in the morning because I don't know if I like to work out in the morning. Like it just, I
You
don't know,
got
for
to
some
find out
reason.
what's best for you.
I'm a late workout person. So I like
Yeah.
to work out before I go to bed. So I work out around like 9, 10.
Mhm.
Come home, shower, then send emails, check emails. My alarm goes on, and then I start to wind down and get ready for bed. So that's
Got
kind of
it.
been my routine, and I have been working out, so that was another one of them.
I was I was waiting for you to just come clean on your own before I start being the neck. I'm tired of people
Yes.
calling me like behind my back and to my face, calling me mom, like mom's in a room. So I didn't want to mom you. I wanted to you kind of like pull that up yourself. So I'm glad that you did. But before we get to your working out, I want to go back to sleep because these are
Okay.
some really helpful things that I can do because I'm a terrible sleeper. Sometimes I
Mhm.
get 4 hours, sometimes I get 2 hours. I'm really bad with it.
Mhm.
So, do you turn your phone on do not disturb or
So, I put it on there's an app. It might be on the health app. I'm not sure. I'll check it out for you and follow up. But um,
awesome?
you sync it to your phone, and it also syncs to the watch, and so it turns down both.
Oh,
And then yeah,
that's
so I
great.
put in the time. You can input the time you want your phone to shut down, and that's what it does. And it gives me a reminder at like 11:15 or 11:30 to say
Yeah.
like start winding down, giving you time. And then yeah, so it
Mhm.
does that. And then I make sure to turn my heat on, and then I put the fan on because I like a nice temperature and mix and to set the mood. And after I work out and take my shower, I'm exhausted. So it's kind of easy. That's kind of how I like to do it.
Yeah.
I could not just, yeah, I need to tire myself out in order to go to bed, or else I want to watch TV or I want to stimulate my mind because my brain does not stop either. So I
Right.
have to tire
I
myself out. Yeah.
got it. That's where I was going next. So that's
Yeah.
the perfect transition because I was going to ask, are you the type of person that need it? Because some people need like that background noise, like the TV, and those people like, I can't take it.
I
Like,
can't do TV.
don't spend a night at my house and then have like a TV on. Like, if I was dating someone and oh boy needed to have the TV on and go to sleep, I would be like, this is not going to
This is
work
not
for
going to work.
me.
That's a deal breaker.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
I
need
do not.
silence, like complete
I need a
silence.
fan. I need a fan. I cannot have complete silence, but a fan for some reason in hotels it doesn't matter. But when I'm at home, that fan's got to be it's got to be doing that little
That
noise.
noise, that
Yeah.
background. Okay. And then
Mhm.
what about the temperature? So for me, I don't know. I feel like I'm a bear. Like I go into hibernation because and they call me icebox when you come to my when you come to my house. They're like, "Oh, are you going to icebox house?" So at night,
Icebox.
yeah, at night, guess what I turn the temperature down to? 60.
65.
Yes, yes. Look at you knowing your little sis, your big sister. Yeah, 65.
Mm.
If
I
it's
could do
a
65 if
tad
I'm in bed.
if it's oh yeah, snuggled under the covers. If
Mhm.
it starts going 68, whatever, I
You can
instantaneously
feel it?
wake up. I can
Wow.
it's like I will wake up with that heat. Well, I have little hot flashes, but we will talk about that at another time. But I need it to be super cool so I can just rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can do that in a hotel, really cold, and then snuggle up under the covers. But when I'm at home, it's actually pretty cold where I am. So I've been turning the heat on with the fan on because I don't like it to be hot when I'm asleep. So if I can have the fan just kind of like combating that, it's like the perfect temperature for me.
Yeah, I think it's on 68 right now in the house because I was just hot. And my cousin's here and she walked in and she was like, "It's so cold." I was like, "I'm sorry. Do you want heat on? Would you let me turn the fireplace on?" Like,
Oh, T,
I
you can't be
okay.
freezing people out.
I know, I know. Okay, so sleep check. Shay
Yep.
is on task with
Hmm.
seems like she's doing well with getting the appropriate amount of sleep.
More energy.
8 hours is
Not that I
everything.
need it, but
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Okay, great. And then you started your exercise routine. Seems like
yes.
you're doing it at night. I see you
So
on
hold on.
Instagram
Guess what
doing
I
all types
did?
of stuff.
But guess what I did? Guess what I did? So I hit Dom up. And if you guys don't
Oh,
know, well, previous
Dom.
listeners,
Mm.
Dom was our trainer when we worked for the Sixers
Yeah.
and he had us right. So I hit Dom up and I told Dom, I said, Dom, I'm serious now. Like,
Okay.
because I hit him up previously, but I
Yeah,
wasn't serious.
he wants to hear. He just want to hear from you unless
You know what I
you
mean?
really
So I hit
unless
him
you
up. I
locked
said,
in.
look,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Can you please send me a workout that I can follow? And he basically tweaked our old workout, obviously added some new things. And
Oh.
yeah, he put it titled Shay's workout. And then every day it's a different workout. And then you repeat and then you add weights as you go. Because I told him my goal is to tone. I don't want to lose weight. I just want to tone.
Tighten
Um,
up.
yeah, I want to be strong because I feel like I'm in a manifestation stage and I need to be strong and I need to look good and I just need everything to be clicking on all cylinders. I need to be sharp. I need to be, like I said, I need to be well rested and
Yeah.
I just can't be in that funk and that sluggish
Yeah.
mindset that I was back in
Yeah.
2021.
Absolutely agree. We talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning again that one, and I'm happy that you mentioned that it's just more than just a physical appearance because you look good, right? And
Hmm.
it's not just about looking good. Exercise does so many other benefits for you in terms of releasing endorphins. It helps your mind, helps your brain. It's just it helps you sleep. Like the list is endless in terms of the benefits of exercise. But I think for most people, when you think about exercise, you just like, oh, I want to have a flat stomach. Let me do
Mm-mm.
some squats. I want to have a nice little sit up, rump.
Yep.
Um, One of my apple bottom jeans.
Which
Remember
is
that song?
which is
Apple
very
bottom
important.
jeans. Whatever. Remember that song?
On the hook, I was looking
Looking.
at her. She
Hey,
hit the floor.
she hit the
Next
floor.
thing you know,
Should have got low, low,
oh,
low,
whoa,
low.
whoa.
You can't see me dancing, but it's not a sight to be seen. Let's just keep it at that. So, so,
Bet.
but you exercise, great. That's great. But at
Yep.
the same time, what we look like is majority, what is this, like 75 to 80% is about what we put in our mouths, right? So, how are you doing? Because I remember that's on
Woo.
your list too.
Got
All
that in
right.
check too.
So, how are you doing with the things that you are eating?
Okay, so what I did was I went to the store and bought a bunch of different products that I've
Okay.
seen on TikTok. I've kind of stalked over time and like, I wish I could do that. I did it.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
bought chlorophyll. So I
okay.
put a drop and a half or two in my water every day. I do
And
that every
what do they
day.
say? What is chlorophyll good for?
Chlorophyll is the same. I don't want to call it's liquid, obviously, but it's necessary. And when plants grow, basically, they need sunlight. They have chlorophyll, so they say that it replenishes your
Hmm.
body, your skin, and things like
Maybe
that.
that's why
So
you coming in here all glowing. I was like,
maybe
Shay just
it's
knocked
coming
up on her
through.
holiday or what?
And
But it's
I'm
the
not checking.
chlorophyll.
I'm just kind of doing it every day. So yeah, so I got chlorophyll.
Hmm.
And I got it just from the store, but my friend also has a company called Bare Root Remedy that I'm going to order hers to support my friend, but also Black owned business. So that's going to be my next
Awesome.
goal is to do
Yeah.
that.
Let's give a
Shout
shout
out.
out to her. So what's her
Yep.
name? What's her business? And let's send some
Her
folks
name is
her way.
Connor
Hey,
Morgan.
Connor.
And she has a company called what did I say? Oh, Bare Root Remedy.
Yeah.
And she makes sea moss. She makes different pills, supplements, things like that. She's very, very healthy. She's got a
Awesome.
ton of certifications and she talks about it on her Instagram. I think her Instagram's Connor Morgan.
Okay. We have to bring her on our pod.
Boom. Yes,
That'd be
exactly. And
awesome.
talk about health. Yes, she would die. Okay, I'm actually going to
Okay.
after this.
Write that down.
Okay.
So I love that. All right. So
Got
you
it.
got your chlorophyll that you're taking that.
Yep.
And then
And I got
what else?
collagen.
Okay.
Collagen with which is this matcha powder, matcha flavor collagen. I put that in my teas. So sometimes I do that at night or in the morning, depending on I flip-flop my chlorophyll and my collagen. And then I got turmeric pills. I'm taking my iron pills. One of the things, I have low iron. And
Me
so when I get
too.
low iron, you can see it in my eyes. They get dark. And my
Mm,
mom basically was like, Shay, you need to take your iron. I can tell you're not taking it.
mhm.
And I also stopped eating ice. So one of the things too in iron deficiencies, you eat a lot of ice. So I stopped doing that, but it's also not as much. But it's kind of a habit now, a physical habit versus like
Yeah.
me low in iron. So I have to check myself, which is easier to do when I take my iron pills. And then like I have snacks, like I buy like rice cakes. I put almond butter on it. I've got this plant-based protein powder that I love from Organics. It's chocolate. I make a chocolate vanilla smoothie sometimes as a meal replacement. So, and I make a bunch of fish, shrimp. So that I've been doing really well.
You
Like, and I've been
sound like
making
it.
overnight oats, and I've been putting that in the refrigerator. Wake up, cut
Love
some fruit
it.
up, and
Can I
yeah,
have
it's
I
been
have a
good.
confession about the whole peanut butter. This is gonna make you laugh.
It's already making me laugh.
So, look, we know that, based on the ingredients, almond butter is better, right? So I did
Hmm.
transition to almond butter, but there's times where I call it my shitty peanut butter, where I just want my shitty peanut butter. I want like some Jif. It has all the things that you should have, like
I like actually, yeah,
it has like hydrogenated oils, and you really shouldn't have that. But it tastes so good. Like
but I
I
think
am
it's
so
okay.
tired of my natural peanut butter, almond butter. It's good for you. I get it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love the taste. I do it because it's a replacement of in a better version of what I was eating before.
Right,
But I
right.
do low key. I haven't had any in January yet because I've been trying to really do good on my cleanse. But I haven't had any of my quote unquote shitty peanut butter in January. But I do low key in my house have these little cups of uh, maybe Jiffy or something that I like to have, with some apples. But
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, honestly.
yeah,
And it's if it's not
pick my
literally like
battles.
gluttony, like you're just going
Well,
overboard, I think it's fine.
give me my
And
crappy
I
peanut
don't
butter.
technically like peanut butter not on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I use almond
Ah,
butter for like my smoothies and I put them on those
they're
rice
great for
cakes.
yeah. I can have it for
And I
smoothies,
can
but
have
on
it
a
for apples, but when it
perfect.
comes to a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it has to be peanut butter. It cannot be almond butter. I don't know
Don't give me
why.
that. Yeah.
Maybe it's mental, but that's what it
Just give
is.
me my
So
good old crappy peanut butter with the hydrogenated oils and sugars and stuff. I don't
see,
care.
I like the peanut butter with slice the banana up and put that on a
Mm.
piece of toast. Fire.
Okay.
Or a little honey and then a little honey on top. That is like the best.
Okay, good. So, and then what are you doing about your meals? Because most of us are working professionals and
Yep.
we're on the go and we get so tied up in our everyday work stuff that, preparing meals is the hardest. And I think that's why people have cheat days because cheat every day
Yeah.
because they're not prepared and they're trying to get something quick.
Yep.
I don't know if for some folks who are in the office, I know most some people have like a hybrid version, some people are working in the office, but they're gravitating towards like vending machines and fast food.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my cousin the other day, and he was saying how he needs to get his life together because he eats fast food every single day. I'm like, what are you
Oh.
eating? He's like, McDonald's. I'm like, every day?
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
can't feel good.
no, he feels like crap. And
Yeah. I'm about to say
I
there's
was
no
gonna
way you
say,
can
I
feel
don't want to
good.
say anything, but he's not looking like the same either. He don't look good anymore. He
You
legit probably get I'm just being honest. I love you. He knows who he is. I won't say his name, but I love you.
that
But
made me think about that made me think about Living Color when he was like, I wrote a song about it. Like the heat, he go. And
but poor thing, he gained like 50 pounds, legit. Like,
um,
I don't know, maybe the past 3-4 months or so. But because he said, I said, what's going on? I pulled him aside. I said, what's up with
I
you?
know
Like,
you did because you don't got
what's
no shame in your
what's
game.
well, I was very nice. It was coming from a loving place. Thank you very much. And I said, what's up? I said, are you okay? Like, this doesn't seem like you. Like, he doesn't even seem happy. He said,
Right.
I feel like crap. I feel miserable. And he was saying how he even had, like, one day he was sitting on a couch and he was having some chest pains. And he ran to the doctors to get an EKG because he knew of a coworker of his that kind of died in his 40s. Like, he's around my age. And he was sitting on a couch and had a heart attack,
Mm.
probably because his cholesterol levels and all those things were high. So I was just reminding him that, you got to start making some changes in your diet. Like, I don't always eat healthy every day. There's things that I love that I cheat and I'll have it, but it's not regularly, and definitely not eat McDonald's. No, I
Okay, well,
can't.
I would say for me that I have to go to the store with a list. If I go to a store without the list, I'm gonna pick up all kinds of things that I don't need. I'm gonna overspend and I'm gonna buy crap.
Yeah,
So I always make sure I do my research, and I also give myself grace and I say it's okay to eat the same thing every day if you like it. So
yeah,
I stopped trying to get creative and trying to make a different meal every day. So what I do is buy all my bases. Like I love this frozen quinoa with like tomatoes, spinach, and feta. And it's a Publix brand. And I looked at all the ingredients. I checked it all out. It's great. And it's fresh and all that. Fresh meaning like it's not doesn't have all these extra like ingredients in them.
yeah.
So
No
I do that.
chemicals. So
Right,
yeah,
no
real
chemicals. So
whole
I
foods.
got those for bases. So I always want to be
Yeah,
able to pull that out of the freezer, nuke that really quick, but I need to
sure.
have my proteins fresh. That's just me. I
Hmm.
cannot do I could do salmon, maybe like put it in an airtight glass container and then do it the next day. But in terms of I'm not a meal prepper. I don't like to have meals that are just nukeable. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then also my brother bought me an Instapot.
Oh, nice. I have one.
So Instapots are really great just for like
Quick
things like
meals.
quick meals, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the air fryer is also something that I use as a friend.
I love
And
my air fryer. I can
right.
make a really good crispy fish in the air fryer.
Mm,
Put some grapeseed oil because it's just the grapeseed oil is better for the higher content because the heat's so high.
yep.
You really don't want to use olive oil, so use grapeseed oil and kind of drizzle with some garlic and some seasonings and some sea salt, very basic, and some lemon,
Hmm.
and put it in the air fryer. It's crispy. It's good. I
I
love it. I love my air
That sounds
fryer.
bomb. I have been failing at making salads. For some reason, when I make a salad in my house, it does not taste like a salad that I buy elsewhere. So
Hmm.
I don't know if you have tips and tricks on making a good salad and healthy dressing.
Yeah.
So that's where I struggle with because I love salad, but I can never make a good one in
I'm
home
pretty
for some
basic
reason.
with my salad dressing because, especially a good thing that I do, like every January, I do Whole 30. It's just like you're eating whole foods. You pretty much eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, lean protein. I'm not a big meat eater, but I do like fish. And some seafood. But you pretty much have to read all your ingredients. If it has chemicals, you really can't have it.
Hmm.
But my salad dressing, I just use extra virgin olive oil,
Yeah.
some balsamic vinegar, a
Okay.
little bit of garlic, fresh garlic, and some seasonings. Shake it up, and it's
Yeah.
perfect.
I need to
Yeah.
do that then
Sometimes
because all those are my favorite.
a little dash of lemon too, but the acid that you're really getting is the balsamic vinegar. So if you squeeze that in with
Right.
the olive oil, it's perfect.
That
They're
sounds bomb.
very simple.
I love it.
Even though my salads are boring because I don't like a lot of stuff in my salads, and I have all types of tummy sensitivities that I can't. I have
Right.
tomatoes. I have an issue with cucumbers. So my salads
Sheesh.
are boring. Yeah. Nothing fantastic about it.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And the goal
Okay.
is not to try to be healthy and do a diet. I'm not dieting.
Yeah.
I do have the things that I want. I am very conscious of. I don't count calories, but I'm conscious not to go over a crazy calorie amount.
But you're
Like
not eating crazy.
I am like, oh, cool, great. This is low calorie. I'm gonna eat it. And there are times when I'm like, this is a lot of calories, but I haven't had a lot of calories this morning. So I will eat
Yeah.
this on the back end. And my goal is literally just to have a healthier lifestyle, make healthier choices. And
Love that.
I need to feel good to do what I'm trying to do in my next phase of my life, which is really, really take my career and take myself to the next level and my management style. And I just really want to be at a top tier level that I can manage people and speak from a place of example. I want to lead by example. So I think that's where I'm coming from with my health journey. And I know when you look good, you feel good. So that's another thing. I just, the older we
Damn.
get, the more you
Yeah.
need to make sure that you're on point.
Yeah.
And so it's been helping. I feel stronger. Like I said, the sleep has been helping and working out. And I do give myself grace. If I'm not able to work out a day because I'm so tired,
So
I'll
what?
take the day or I'll do something in front of the TV where it's all body weight. I feel kind of stupid doing it, but I'm like, whatever.
It's
It's
okay.
passive. I still watch my show Ozark, which is on now.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's kind of how I've been doing it. So I'm proud of myself. I'm
I
pretty
am. I
proud of
was gonna
myself.
say, I don't even want to get to me because I feel like I'm not living up to everything I said I was going to do, but I feel like you get a strong grade of an A. because
Thank you.
pretty much everything you said you were going to do, you're doing it. And I think just in terms of your career, like we talked about this before, in terms of you have so much to offer. And I think sometimes you kind of hold yourself back. And I just would love for you to continue to just take, take your foot off the brakes, because there's so much that people can learn from you in terms of you being very inspiring, and yet, you're a bomb leader, and
Thanks to you.
you can't let other circumstances kind of dim your light. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I think it depends on what you're doing, but at the same time, you have to allow yourself to shine, and make sure that you're setting yourself up and giving yourself opportunities so people can know all the goodness that Shea brings to the table.
Thank you. I appreciate those words. I accept them. I receive them.
Mhm.
And I'm
See,
going
look,
to
you got mommy coming at you.
and
Today.
I'm
See,
going to
I'm trying to
deliver
tuck
on
mommy
that.
away, but she comes
I'm
out.
going to deliver on that. Mommy T. Mommy Big Sis T.
God.
Yeah, I received that. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that. So back to you. Now,
What did I say? Okay.
we talked about, we had kind of the same goals too. So
Yeah.
we did.
So I feel like I'm doing well with the health and exercise thing. I mean, I'm going to go see my cardiologist tomorrow. Actually, I have an appointment at 10:40 because I was having just like pains in my chest. It could be just like my acid reflux. I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I just kind of held off on my like high intensity workouts over the past week until
Good.
I saw my
You
doctor,
listen to your body.
just to be on a safe side. I'm like,
Right.
this is not normal. Let me get it checked out. So, prayerfully all goes well. I see my cardiologist tomorrow, but before that, I was doing my high intensity stuff. So I backed off. I did some yoga this morning. I was fine.
Right.
So I feel like I'm meeting those objectives and continue to try to eat healthy and, pre-plan my meals and all of that. So all that stuff, I feel like I'm doing well. I would love to, one of the things I want to do is start doing Pilates.
Ooh.
So yeah,
On the machine, on the
on the
transformer?
reformer.
Okay,
Yep.
on the
So
reformer, excuse me.
yep, that's okay. So I'm going to do that.
The transformer. It looks
More
like
the
one,
meat,
but
the eyes. Do you remember that? Or are you too young? I don't know.
I'm too young.
Okay. Dang.
Sorry.
All right. Fine. But I'm really excited about that. Like I'm going to do some one-on-one sessions. So I'm probably going to set that up soon. I kind of mixed it up a little bit. So I'm doing something different. And I feel like
Yeah.
it's really good at elongating and, and making me more lean, even though I like to have like be a little bit cut. But
Mhm.
I was
Like
on
have
a
a
Zoom.
little something to
Little
you.
something. So no, I was on a Zoom with my family because I was doing like my 7 o'clock like prayer meetings every
Prayer.
day.
Yep. Your prayers.
And I was like leading and I had like a short shirt on. It was like my cousin was like, yeah, your shoulders are looking a little too buff for me.
Hater.
So I was like, do you think I look a little masculine? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, whatever. I don't think that's fair, but
No.
I right. But I do want to do more leaning thing, like try to be more elongating and lean
All right.
opposed to
All
like
right.
super duper heavy. Yeah.
It sucks that comment was made and now you
I
okay.
know. I put down
You
I
dropped
put
the
down my
pin.
50-pound dumbbells
Yeah.
and picked up the 25.
You asked yourself a question like, am I? Does it?
I
So,
know.
but no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
But your family also looks at you completely different than other people look at you too.
Sure.
And also differently than you look at yourselves. So
I
family's
like a
just a
little
lot more
cut.
harsh. Yeah. But
Yeah.
family's just a lot more harsh because they're used to you one way and they see you
Yeah.
all the time. So when you evolve and you do different things, they're like,
Yeah.
I don't remember you
Remember
having
Tina
that.
Turner? Remember Angela Bassett's arms when she played Tina
Yes.
Turner? That's what I like. Her arms
Angela
are
Bassett just was
fire.
always goals. Her and Regina King. Oh my
Fire.
goodness. Like they're just so
I know, love them.
the best.
Yeah. So what else? What
Okay,
else am I
all
supposed
right.
to say? Oh, I totally failed in meeting new connections. Like
You haven't
I-
had time though. So
that's what I was gonna say.
we were supposed to we didn't even get to link up. We told y'all we was linking up
We didn't get
in a
chance
prior
to do
episode
that.
and we didn't even get to link up. Stupid
Yeah.
COVID.
I know. COVID is just-
ruined our connection. So
I know it's terrible.
But it's
But I do
a long
have to
year.
do better just
Yeah.
in getting out there. But I just feel like because of COVID, like it's only so much you can do. So
yeah, and you just have to give yourself grace. Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the goal. And we haven't had the opportunity yet.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I love when I
course.
can get some support.
Of course. Of course. No need
Love it.
to have it a fixed situation where it's like, "Oh, you didn't do it. You get an
Yeah.
F for that." Like, no.
Okay. So I feel like
Circumstances.
we're both off to a great start, and I think, for those of our tippers who are listening, is just reminding yourself that you kind of want to do a pulse check on the things that you
Mm,
set out to accomplish, because you're not going to accomplish, like, don't look at it as just one big thing that you have to accomplish for the year. Take it in little bite-sized pieces and say, okay, what are the things I need to do this week to kind of
yep.
lead up to your overarching goal, but
Yep.
kind of small little bite-sized pieces, and you're taking, you're becoming one step closer to achieving your goal every week.
Yeah. And another thing that I did that wasn't necessarily a goal, but it just came to me over this place I'm in is whoever follows me on Instagram at Overtime Shea, I kind of changed up how I post. So I realized that posting pictures of myself all the time, it does nothing for anyone. It's like, look at me, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I feel like I was giving off the energy that I'm showing that, but also that you're not doing this, right? And I don't want to
Okay.
make anyone feel like they're not where they're supposed to be because pictures don't tell the whole story. I don't know.
Love
This is just a
that.
random thought I had late at night. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop posting just photos for a while. I don't know, because I
Mm,
also feel like the energy of the people I'm following by just watching their stories and talking to people that I know, but I also just passively watch on social media are going through it and need to draw inspiration from somewhere. So obviously, that's me, the Shea Dawson experience. I feel like that's why I wear this thing every day to remind me the Shea Dawson experience is the best possible human experience one can provide person to person.
love it.
So if I'm not doing that by my social media, I don't feel like I'm being true to myself. So now I'm posting um inspirational quotes, but quotes that are powerful too. Some of them that like I'm the calmest person in the room, but watch how you speak to me, right?
Mhm.
Um
I saw your little quotes. I love them.
You know what I mean? Just little quick things to like snap people out of it. Like, I don't know if you heard something crazy today at work or someone spoke down to you, or if you're going through something, like I want you to be able to look at my page and say, like, see, she knows exactly what I'm talking about, or she's talking to me. And so I kind of changed that up and I've been getting so many messages of like, girl, you speaking to me. Dang, like that was the one.
I'm gonna
This,
use it
like
as
so many
inspiration.
of those
Yeah.
messages. And I'm like, that's what I want to manifest. That's what I want to go into 2022 with. Like, I just want to be the light. If I can be the light, I know that it'll help fill me up and what I need and my endorphins and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, that's where I'm focusing my energy. So I think that's also contributing to my health too.
Love
So
it.
that's kind of something that I switched up to. It's just like, how do I stay in a good mind space? But I do that by building community and making sure that we all are benefiting from being in a space
From each
together.
other.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I love that, Shay, and that's what we talked about from the very beginning, before we kicked off our pod, that we wanna be able to use this as a platform to almost be like a support group. Like, we all
Mm-hmm.
go through different things at different times, and we wanna be able to encourage you, motivate you, share our stories with you, because it may resonate with you. It may give you that inspiration that you need, a hope that you need, and I think as a community, that's something that we should be doing for each other all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes we fall short of it because we're so caught up in just the things that we want to do. And I love that you're kind of
Mm.
using your Instagram to kind of create a different story. So it's not just about all the wonderful places that you're visiting and you're looking
Right?
good and taking your little cute little shots.
You
It's not
know?
about that. It's
Mm-mm.
about now kind of, as you evolve in this year,
Mhm.
it's really, we talk about that manifestation, it's really looking at how you can inspire and make a difference in someone else's life, opposed to just wanting to kind of show off all the things that you're doing. It's totally different, and I love
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just feel like that's what we do. Like when we're together, that's what we do. Like we're
I know.
always talking to people and like, I just think that's part of our personality and I know we want to do that more with our Instagram. Obviously, that takes a little bit more effort to like find and talk about quotes that both resonate with both of us, but I think it's just another part of like manifestation is visual, right? So
Mhm.
posting and putting things in your line of sight that
Mhm.
inspire you that you want to achieve too. Like, for example, and you guys won't be able to see this if you're listening, but I have like these little houses, right? And I position them all the time.
They're cute.
I am manifesting purchasing a home.
I
So I
love
put that
it.
in my house, but in smaller form.
Mhm.
So I don't know when it's going to happen, but I see it every day and it reminds me that's my goal. Make sure I save money. Make sure I'm not out here just going to Target and spending $300 on nothing, right?
Why is it that you could just go in Target and you're like, "I'm gonna get one thing." I said I was gonna go to Target to get a crock pot. I left
And you
with
come out with,
bags. I was like, "What happened?"
I
And they didn't
literally
even have
posted
any
that
more
video
crock
the other
pots
day.
anyway. I mean,
This dude said, I need somebody to write an expose on Target because they're doing something in those vents.
yeah, they
They're
got
putting
you.
something in the air. But
Mhm.
but yeah, so just more of like posting things in places, having my screen, whatever it is that I'm manifesting on my screen so it reminds me every single day. It's showing up all over. And then another thing is verbalizing. So saying it out loud before I actually have obtained it um and doing that. So between the visual, between speaking it, that's how, I've been able to manifest things and it's real. So,
I love, love, love. I
yeah.
think that's some of the things that I can do as well, just in terms of like my journey to just get I get so caught up in my little bubble.
Mm,
And a big part of it is like for those who know me, like know I'm a huge germaphobe. So being around and exposed to so many people makes me nervous. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to meet people just staying in my house. So
right.
I do understand I got to put myself out there and just live life and kind of be free because I feel like I too kind of keep like a foot on the brakes because I'm just nervous about so many different things and I don't let myself be free. But I think just in terms of verbalizing it or even just have those visuals, like you said, I think that's
Right.
something that I can do for me as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something that's like, when they say out of sight, out of mind, and that's how
Mhm.
it can be. So if you're in your bubble and your next whatever you're trying to get is not in constant view, you can lose sight of that, right? You can just focus on your world is so small. It's just my job. It's
Yeah.
just my this and what I'm doing, my
Back and
employee,
forth,
right?
home, workout.
Right.
Yeah, just that
Right.
the same
And then also
routine.
another thing is, we're doing this podcast, but listening to audio while you're driving passively is
Love it.
like therapy as well,
Love
right?
that.
So
Yeah, do
filling
that.
yourself, finding the podcast that you like. I just found a new one called Trapital. This guy named Dan Runcie. He breaks down the hip hop industry, the music entertainment industry, and how it's evolving and evolution. And there's so many parallels to that kind of stuff to your life. So you don't even realize that something that has nothing to do with what you want to do or what you're thinking of, it'll tie back into that, or it'll just give you inspiration from a different place. So finding podcasts that you like to listen to, videos that you like to watch in short spurts. I know we're going to be doing some more short spurt content too on
Super
our
excited about
YouTube,
that.
and so
Yeah.
we're very excited about doing that. Just because between you and I, when we just riff, like there's so many things that come out of us, we don't even realize it until
I know.
afterwards, and we're like, oh, okay, T, that was so deep, like you know what I mean. And so having
Yeah,
those just for people to digest in small increments, I think is super helpful. So like
love that. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just like a matter of being intentional about all the things that you do, and then over time, you'll be like, "Dang, how'd I get here? Oh, that was all the
Mhm.
implementation of those little things."
Absolutely. And I think too, like listening to audiobooks because sometimes we're on the go
Ooh, love
and
audiobooks too.
sitting down and reading. I mean, which I still love a good old book that I can hold in my hands and take notes and do things
Yeah,
like that. But just when I'm in a car, especially when I'm driving, because I do a lot of driving back from Maryland to Philly.
yeah,
So when I'm in my car for like 2 hours, I'm listening to the audiobooks and things like that. So it's just helps keep me
I love
grounded.
audiobooks.
And it's like I'm continuously learning because I think, learning is something that we should constantly do
Uh-huh.
and never stop. So that just gives us yet an opportunity to be able to do that.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, lifelong learning is like again, but you have to switch your mindset to say, "I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a lifelong learner." Like, you have to
Mhm.
say it
Yeah.
in order to stay open to the changes that are happening. Like, a lifelong learner, I feel like. And even like, I'm like so anxious about Web3. And I had talked about this before, metaverse and, Oculus, like all this stuff. I'm
Mm,
anxious because I want to know about it now, but I
yeah.
know that it's not going to happen now over time. And you hear all these people like buying digital land and doing all this stuff and buying crypto, and you should have bought crypto in 2012 and like all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm so far behind and like, I don't
Yeah.
understand. And should I get Ethereum? Should I do this, do that, that? And how the benefits of NFTs and just everything. And you just have to stop and say, no, like
Yeah.
it's not meant for you right now. But that's why I am trying to be a lifelong learner and expose myself to it, listen passively, talk to
Sure.
people. We're doing something at work with Meta, and it's going to be so cool. It's happening on Wednesday. And
Love
and
it.
so so finally I'm like, see, there's my opportunity. I can slow down because we're doing something at work. I'll get to experience it. And when you experience it, now you're a little bit more exposed, and now I can do my research and kind of work backwards versus like feeling like I have to go into meetings knowing all of these new nuances and
Yeah.
terms and all that, because the world's changing. And I want to be able to as a person who loves to give, is like, if someone's unsure about something, I'm like, oh, I know a little bit about that, like let's be curious together, versus like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
You know what
Not
I mean?
knowing.
Like my mom
Yeah.
asking me what's happening, I want to be able to tell my mom like, hey, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, because older generations, not that my mom's old, but
Mm,
generations before you sometimes are set in their ways, and they don't realize that the world changing affects them. Like a lot of people still don't use their cell phones in a way, or social media. And so that can kind of keep them, out of touch. And
yeah.
so yeah, so I get anxious about all that stuff too.
Yeah. Wow.
Like not knowing.
Yeah. And again, it's just part of what we talked about in terms of that life learning. Like you're never stop, learning as an adult, and you're constantly challenging yourself to kind of know more and learn something different today that you didn't
Yeah.
know yesterday.
Yeah.
I think that's just part of some of the things that we should be doing anyway.
Yeah.
Um, what are you doing for fun nowadays? I know I heard you talk about Ozark. What is it on the fourth season? So
Yes.
I started watching a while ago, and I think I just stopped in the first season because I just had so much stuff going on, but I'm hearing
So
that it's
good.
just like off the charts good.
So good. Yeah, so I'm watching that now. I'm almost done, which makes me really sad.
Mm,
In terms of fun, I mean, my job is fun. So I necessarily don't have to do too much. I work with really cool people
yay.
um, who also have the same philosophy as myself. I kind of talked about today about play, the idea of play and the sympathetic nervous system, and how it's necessary as you get older to make conscious effort to play, to laugh, to have fun, to have free play,
Darn.
to let your
Yeah.
mind wander freely. I do a lot of that. Like you know me, I dance on TikTok, I dance on
I
my
laugh
Instagram.
so hard, but I love it because I feel like,
Yeah,
oftentimes we are not afraid to be ourselves, but we just want to make sure that whatever it is that
yeah,
we're doing, we're giving off the right image
right.
for whether it be for professional opportunities, for our jobs that we're in today. We just want to be very careful
Yeah,
about what we're
yeah.
doing. And I feel
That's the old
like,
me.
yeah, I know,
I'm
I love it.
unapologetic these days about who I am. I really
Love,
am.
love, love.
I
Like you
am
just being
unapologetic.
free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really am. It's like, if my dancing offends you and you don't think I'm good enough to
Just
do
keep
X because
scrolling.
I'm dancing, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And I already made peace with not having a job.
Hmm.
That you can't scare me any more than that. So I've already
Love.
made peace with that. Not to say that, I would get fired for that, but you never know. And
Yeah.
so the pandemic helped me to get to that place because
Hmm.
it was so fear mongering. Like, it was just like, it was
Worried.
just, you didn't know if
Yeah.
your job was going to be available in the future. Just didn't
Yeah.
know. And then with working from home, could you add value and like all this stuff. So I had to tell myself, well, one, get prepared, save money. Two, the future is uncertain, but also anxiety comes from uncertainty. So I need to cut all that out. I just need to prepare myself mentally, tell myself. And so yeah, so I am dancing. I feel like I'm doing things with good intention. So if you take that wrong, or you feel like that's something that it just doesn't vibe with you, then maybe it's just not for us. Maybe we
Shame
shouldn't just
on
vibe
you.
with each other,
Keep
So
it keep it
I'm doing
moving.
everything with good intention and with a good heart, and trying to fill rooms up with joy and light, because people need it.
A lot.
And
Yeah.
that it just is what it is. Like, I just don't care how it comes off, because I'm not trying to show off. I just know that people are afraid to be themselves. So I'm not anymore. And I just feel like if I can empower somebody else to be themselves in a room
The
full of
more
people
the
that
better.
are
Yeah.
faking it, like, then let's just be ourselves together. It'll just be us too. So I don't know. It just is
Yeah.
what it is these days.
Listen, I love it. I think it's just part of the Shea 2.0 and not
Seriously.
really caring about what people think and just doing you. And you either accept me for who I am or you move on. And it's okay if you don't.
Right.
That's fine. Um,
Yeah.
different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's a matter of, I'm like, you say all the time, like, I'm this warrior. Like, I feel like I carry the weight of other people.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out a way to still continue to support, but not carrying the burdens because it's just too heavy.
Mm.
And it weighs on me so much. And I'm constantly stressing, not just about the things that I can control, but what other people are going through. And I gotta still be a resource, but
Mm-hmm.
not the person that's carrying the burdens because it's just getting too heavy. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always been that way. So I'm trying to kind of create better habits this year of not doing that and not caring about, again, what others may be thinking. It's just a matter of just being myself and being still because I love hard. I can't, that's just who I am.
Yeah. I'm
So I'm
with you.
always going to do my best to support other people. But at the same time, I need to let stuff go and not
Yeah.
hold on to so much baggage that I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes weighs me down.
Yeah. I think you need to have more fun, just
Yeah,
as
I
a friend.
do.
We need to have more fun, and play more, um,
Yeah.
because that will help. And
Yeah.
that's the only thing I have to say towards that, is that
I do need to have more fun.
you work really hard. You got to reward yourself. You got to feel like what you're doing matters, just in terms of how it's showing up in your life. And I'm the leader of play and fun, so let's
I
do
know
it.
I need to let some of that play and fun rub off on me.
Yeah.
I
Take
have
trips, travel,
yeah,
be around people
yeah,
that don't know us. That way you
yeah,
can open up a little bit more without
yeah.
restriction.
I am exactly. I am looking at though, just in terms of like vacations, just getting out and just enjoying myself
Mm,
more. I was talking to my cousin. I'm super close with my two cousins. I reference them all the time. And unfortunately, life is too short.
mm,
I just lost one of my aunts. She was only in her 50s,
mm.
and due to COVID, her body just couldn't fight it off. And it
I'm
was,
sorry.
yeah, thank you. But it was one of those moments that I said to myself, like, okay, like, I need to just take the gloves off. I
Yeah.
need to be free and enjoy life because you never know when it's we're here for just a short period of time, and when you are here you need to be one very purposeful about the things
Mm,
that you're doing, being present in those
mm.
in the lives that you want to be a part of,
Okay.
and then just enjoying your life. And oftentimes we keep putting things off because we don't have the time or we don't think it's the right or we don't think it's the right time. And I'm here to say today that I feel like a preacher. I'm here to say today that today is the right time. There's never going to be this perfect time for you to want to do the things that you want to do. Start doing those things now because
Amen, T.
you never know when you're going to have the opportunity to do it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
and to that point, when you start living your life and
Mhm.
glowing and unapologetically, you attract so many things, because people are
Yeah.
like, I want what she's having.
Well, yeah. What you
What
drinking?
is
What
she
you?
doing?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing, because I want that. And
Uh-huh.
a lot of times that can mean anything. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you will find that like if you're putting efforts towards just living your life and really just filling yourself up with joy and like helping people, sharing, obviously not going overboard, but you'll just start to see things shift in a way. The universe will just start treating you a lot different.
That's right.
And then also, I learned too that spending time alone and not by yourself. Like, I'm going to be by myself today. Everyone leave me alone. Yes, that's what probably, but like doing fun things with yourself. Like I go to the mall. I went to the movies the other day. I bought like popcorn, candy, I had icy.
Just have your day fun.
You know, I kicked my chair back and it was just phenomenal. Because I have to do that. Why, you know, my fiance doesn't live here yet, but he's back and forth every week or every other week, depending on what his schedule is like. So I do have to spend time alone, but it's so beneficial for our relationship because I truly enjoy myself. Yeah. I do. And I wasn't always like that because I'm like, I need someone. I need a number two. I need to hang out with someone. I need to be able to converse with someone. But like, once you get to know yourself and you can have fun with yourself, like things just roll off you. Like you just, oh, it's cool. Don't need a whole crew. It's cool.
Okay.
It's good. Like, you know what I mean? And you just, I don't know. It just, things start to happen differently when you can discover and unlock things about yourself. Be alone, recharge, but have fun with yourself. Understand what you really like. And then I think one thing I'm still working on is drawing boundaries, healthy boundaries, because I'm so loving, just like you. And I also am an empath and I give myself a lot. Sometimes drawing those boundaries, but I did learn how to recharge, you know, like I'm going off the grid for a few days. And reset. And I'm going to watch all my movies and my shows. I'm not going to really answer emails until it's necessary.
And just chill.
And just chill, like, and do nothing.
Yeah.
So that's very important, but just like understanding you're not going to talk to me like that. And though just doing little things like that, it empowers you. You're like, ooh, I like how that felt. You know what I mean? You just start to put it in place, and then people don't try you no more.
Yeah.
They don't try.
Yep. I love what you said. So I had a couple people who tried me recently, and I said I had to check them. And I was, remember the song Wu-Tang Clan? The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with.
Of course.
I said that I said my mantra in 2022 is Tania Lynette Rivers ain't nothing to F with. Like,
okay,
don't come for me, or I'm gonna have to put you in your place. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry because dang, like I don't want to have to do that, but not sorry because it's just necessary.
Yeah.
And the more you start to just let people know, like I said, calmest person in the room, but watch how you speak to me.
Well,
put some respect on my name.
I love that.
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Well, as always, it's been a blast. I so enjoy our time together, and we miss you guys so much. Shea and I were saying, like, we got to get back behind the mic. We got to get back out there because our schedules has been just so crazy. So as Shea mentioned, we're going to be doing our best to get more content out there. We want to hear from you guys. So please follow us on Instagram. Shea, give us our Instagram.
Yes. Tipping the Scales podcast on Instagram. Tania L. Rivers, TYNEEAHA.
Yeah, get my name right.
I know. I did. It was so fast. But yes, Tania L. Rivers on Instagram and Overtime Shea on Instagram also. And we also have a Twitter page, but I haven't been posting there. Yeah. But that is Tipping the Scales as well. So
yeah, but we want to hear from you. So
we're creating YouTube.
Yes.
Tipping the Scales YouTube.
That's super exciting. Something to look out for.
Yes.
But we want to hear from you. Like, we just, like any relationship, is this two-way street. We want it to be very much, a way for us to communicate with each other. So there's something that you want to hear. There's an idea, a topic. We want to give you the opportunity to share. And we're going to actually have an episode in the future where we allow you to ask us some questions. So whatever you want to know, I'm an open book. I'm more than willing to share.
Exactly. Yeah. And shout out to our network, Tidal League, which also has a podcast, but Tidal League. So we have a YouTube where you guys see this video right now, but we are creating our own separate one as well. Shout out to our CEO, Kurt. So
hey,
that
Kurt.
is super dope. Hey, Kurt and Scott and Peter and Matt. But yeah,
just wanted Trish, we love you all.
And Trish, I haven't seen
and that
Trish
little
in so
annoying
long.
Matt. I got something for you, Matt. We'll talk later. But shout out to you too.
So yeah, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on IG. Send us the DMs if you guys have guests you want us to bring on or just questions in general. We really appreciate everybody. Peace out.
Thanks, guys. See ya.